this is my review of Sonic X. So in this episode, Sonic and Eggman face off again, but this time, the Egg Fort is destroyed in the process, but it also takes down the X Tornado with it, due to debris from the Egg Fort being destroyed, taking off one of the X Tornado's wings. So the X Tornado and the Egg Fort both crash, and now both of them are looking for Sonic because he kind of just disappeared in the chaos and nobody knows where he is. So Eggman sends his latest robot, a robot named E65, which looks like a giant gorilla, piloted by Deco and Boko to go look for Sonic. While Tails and Chris, well, mostly Tails, but Tails and Chris go repair the X Tornado to also look for Sonic. At which point, Tails and Chris actually have a bit of a conversation while Tails is working, asking what they want to do when asking each other what they want to do when they grow up, or at the very least get older. So Tails reveals, that's not surprisingly, he wants to open a tech shop and actually help people do repairs and stuff on their technology and stuff like that. Whereas Chris, due to his newfound love of animals because of his new Animobian buddies, decides he wants to become a zoologist. But in any case, they get into the X Tornado after Tails fixes it and go looking for Sonic. However, while in the process, they're wandering through the nature preserve where they've landed, and they discover that a construction company is apparently building a dam there, despite it being a nature preserve, and they're not supposed to be doing that. So Tails notably gets very up in arms about it and begins protesting the dam, but the guys in charge just kind of shoo him off and tell him to leave them alone, or they'll send their big brute of a man after them. So when Chris finds out tries to ask Tails why Tails is getting so worked up, Tails explains that he was bullied a lot before he met Sonic. So prior to meeting Sonic, he built a lot of gadgets and stuff, but they always got smashed by people who were a lot bigger than him. And that all changed when he actually saw Sonic running through the woods, followed him home, and found Sonic's plane, and decided to fix it up, and it became what is now known as the Train 2. So, at which point Sonic comes back, finds out what Tails has done, and realizing that he needs both a friend and a mechanic, decides to take up Tails' offer, and the two become best friends ever since. So Tails has very personal reasons for why he wants the dam destroyed. He wants the dam gotten rid of so that way the animals don't have to worry about their home. So he does what any responsible person would do and starts a protest. He gets all the nearby people and explains to them what exactly the animals are happening to the animal nature preserve nearby, and naturally they get very up in arms and decide to take some heads off. So they show up at the dam, and the guys in charge are a little confused and concerned as to why everybody's suddenly protesting the dam, until they realize that Chris and Tails are in charge and realize they need a plan B. And sure enough, plan B involves them burning down the forest, starting a natural disaster which will cause the rainforest rains to come down and just flood the area, and forcing people to basically beg for the dam to be finished. So basically their entire plan involves, if we can't get the dam built, we're going to start a natural disaster and make people want the dam to be built. And while this plan is initially going to happen off without a twist, they eventually get caught in the crossfire of Eggman and Sonic's fight, with Eggman sending E65 to chase after Sonic, who has since caught up to Sonic, and now they're stuck in the crossfire and unable to do what they do, so they decide to go back to the construction site. Meanwhile, Sonic's having a bit of a rough time fighting E65. So he immediately saves the two construction guys from being destroyed, from being attacked by the E65, and the E65 chases them into the woods, where it's revealed that E65 has cloaking technology that makes it invisible. So Sonic quickly realizes that he's not going to be able to fight the robot by seeing it, so he instead decides to listen for where it is, and sure enough, that works. And eventually, the robot chases him back to the construction site, where it's revealed that the robot has a very fatal weakness. It can only camouflage itself if there's no metal around. And naturally, because they're in a construction site, there's a lot of metal. And Eggman notably notices this weakness as well, and while Sonic is dealing with his E65, he actually destroys all the construction equipment in the area, which means that these guys no longer are able to build their dam because they no longer have construction equipment to build the dam with. But eventually, E65 is defeated after Deco and Boko abandon ship, and the two guys are arrested because basically what they did was illegal. They built a construction property in a place where construction is not supposed to be, and naturally, Chris, Tails, and Sonic called the police, and they got arrested for it. So now, no more dam. Although Tails does remark that if Eggman hadn't actually attacked them, they wouldn't have known that the dam was here to begin with. And in an ironic twist, instead of being the bad guy this episode, Eggman trying to defeat Sonic inadvertently saved the day. So in a way, Eggman kind of contributed to the effort of getting the dam destroyed and taken care of, and he wasn't even aware that he was the good guy in this episode. It's actually kind of poetic justice. Eggman attacks Sonic, but in the process, he helped expose a scheme to build a dam in a place where there wasn't supposed to be a dam, and prevented a man-made natural disaster, which would have facilitated the dam being built in the first place. So basically, Eggman saved the day, and he's not even aware that he was involved. So in any case, yeah, that's my review of Sonic X. What did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks on my way saying thanks, so be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!